Alrighty, guys, welcome to probably the finale of Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. Last episode, we went around the world and took care of all of the little side stuff we could do before finishing the game. And so, all that's left is to head to the final dungeon. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and I'll make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. I think this might be the first time I've paid attention to the walking animation of these stairwells. That is awful. But we're starting here where it began, Estrid Island. Let's go ahead and hop aboard our Skystone. And we're just going to head northwest. Over here. Now you see why if you hadn't picked up the ultimate key, this would be the first time you can get the ultimate key if you missed it back then. So, yeah, you essentially would miss out on a lot of loot. This is a new enemy type, so let's go ahead and get into a fight with it real quick. 2 new enemies, in fact. Very interesting. I'm not too worried about this. Let's go ahead, keep her on fight wisely. But we are so strong at this point, guys. I'm doing 500 damage now with Tails. Of course, I did level up a little bit more than I would have liked to, but that was all in an effort to show off the Metal King slime. There we go. Enemies defeated.
Excellent.
A little bit of XP. Honestly, I'm not expecting a level up at all through this dungeon. Let's go ahead and head on in. And our friend should be waiting for us here. Let's go ahead and head over here to pick up that pretty Betsy. And then over here to the right, there's nothing. Is Kiefer waiting inside for us? Door is shut fast. Huh. Oh, do I have to land on top of the Cathedral of Light? Yeah, that's cool. That is really, I wasn't expecting that.
Hey.
Listen, Tails, based on everything you've told me about your adventure so far, I think it's safe to assume that you're about to encounter the Demon King, which is why I've decided to come with you. Don't worry, I won't get in the way. You never know, I might even prove useful. Kiefer, I hope you scale to my level. And here we go. We can do a chat with him. That's so cool. Let's do it. Let's hop on in. So yeah, do we get to see that Kiefer's joining us? I'm assuming he'll walk around with us. Yes, he does. So cool. And here we go. The good thing is you do start at the top of the Cathedral of Blight, meaning that you can get the ultimate key pretty quickly. These are all enemies we have fought so far, but I just wanted to check. We might just check the nearby. Ooh, that kaboom hit hard. You guys are a little bit more beefy, I think, than they were back out in the open world.
Easy peasy.
But there we go. Fortunately, we didn't really see what Kiefer did there. But I am curious. Let me go to defeated monsters. So there are a couple new ones, but there probably aren't till much deeper in here. Let's go ahead and head down once again. But as I was saying, it's nice that you start at the top, so you can actually grab the ultimate key pretty quickly here. Aren't you the... I was trying to fight him, but I believe this is the Orc King right here. Yeah, we're gonna have to get into fights with a few of these guys as we run through. Essentially, all those enemies we went and fought before this, those are the enemies that are here. I believe this will actually let us open that door. No, it's just out here. Never mind. Go ahead and pick up that mini medal. Do make sure you come over here because you couldn't get... We saw this the first time through, but I don't believe we could pick it up because I don't think it would let us actually leave. I can't remember. We'll go ahead and head on back inside. I believe this is actually a very quick dungeon. I see that there are a lot of floors, but I don't think it's going to be as long as I think it... I don't think it'll be as long as you might think. Which is, pros and cons to that. It'll be a little bit easier for us to run through the whole thing, but the downside is there's going to be a little bit less for us to do. The episode might be a little bit shorter than typical. I don't think these pots or anything refresh, but we will just check it, because I also don't know. Oh, I guess I have to go down to the dungeon. Why did Aisha level up there? Oh, she has the elevated shoes on. That's right. But we do have to go down to the dungeon to get any lower, so... Got to run through this whole thing anyways. I think all the enemies up here in the Cathedral of Light section are the exact same enemies that we could fight outside, but I believe once we get into the actual new areas, the Cathedral of Blight locations, that should be where we find some new enemy types. So yeah, if you did not get it before, you now can grab the the ultimate key from in there. No reason for us to. I kind of just don't want to fight any of you guys. I just want to see if this pot has anything new. That is level 54 for Tails. And let's grab the pot. Nope, nothing new. And hop on down. And here we go. This is the proper Cathedral of Blight. Right, here's a chest with a pair of Orichalcum fangs. I'm sure you can guess that are, I believe, the best fangs. So we're going to go ahead and give those to Ruff. And we have some new enemies here. I don't think this is the regular Toga enemy. That's also the Blue Dragon, which is a new species of dragon we have not fought yet. Get a crackle. Is this enough? Not enough. No, this is just a regular Toga. Never mind. But the Blue Dragon is still new. God, I love when they attack Kiefer because Kiefer can't die. There we go. It is so cool to see him join the party. I wish you could use every party member at this point because that'd just be so sick, but alas, you can almost never do that in Dragon Quest game unless there are multiple or only 4 party members. We actually saw this little cockatrice enemy in the jail cell, same with the Blue Dragon. I think this ogre might also have been in the jail cell. Essentially, back when we came through the Cathedral of Light the first time and looked in the jails, the enemies that were there can be found down here now. So a new one of those bird enemies, as well as a new dragon and the new ogre. And I want to say that actually might be it. No, we have a few more, but not too many. Let's go ahead and head further down. We'll get past this Toger just to grab this chest real quick. Remember how I said I probably don't want to have the thing on Maribel that makes it so she does double damage with her spells, but also uses double MP when I'm running through dungeons? Yeah, I'm really feeling that right now. She is extremely low on MP, and Aisha's not much better. There's a suit of Hela's armor. Now, I believe this is cursed armor, but we will look at it real quick. Right here. No, it's just makes you more likely to land critical hits. Oh, but it decreases your agility by 100. So that's your downside. Honestly, wow, it's not better. I was going to give it to Mervin there just because his agility doesn't matter. He is just my lowest agility member. But unfortunately, cannot make that happen. Run through this poison swamp. Get to this chest right. Got caught. There's level 53 for Sir Mervin. Get a seed of strength, and then I want to heal, but we'll go down first. Actually, I don't think I checked properly up here. I need to see, is there anything in this bottom right corner? No, I didn't know if there was gonna be a gold shine or anything. Oh, Maribel's so hurt. Okay, let's get down here. Use a heal, and here we are, back on the first floor here. We can go ahead and grab this. For a Sword of Ruin, very similar. It's a cursed weapon. Yeah, you can view it here. Your MP consumption for skills is doubled, but you do a good amount of damage. Honestly, giving that to Sir Mervin might not be a terrible idea. Of course, Sir Mervin can't equip it. He can never equip anything I want to give him. I guess Mervin can't be cursed. Is that the lore reason there? Because I don't think he can equip a single piece of cursed gear. Let's go ahead and hit this switch. That'll open our front door. And per usual, you might be like, wow, where do we go from here? It's always one of two things. It's either hidden behind that throne, or it's hidden... I don't think I need to save. I don't think we're done with the Cathedral of Blight. I'm going to be honest. Like, I know it says we're on the first floor, but yeah, there's still a few more for us to go. So typically the way forward is hidden... no. I'm actually shocked. Usually it's hidden behind the throne room. Oh, I can't believe I missed this. And here we are, and we do have new enemies here once again, so let's do it. These should be the last few enemies we're missing for our little bestiary, at least for the main game, or the, yeah, I guess the main game, because it would be post-game after that. Because Zing, that's kind of brutal. We got to get rid of these magic characters. And Kiefer does a swords dance. Fortunately, Kiefer is not doing the kind of damage I'd like him to do. I do not think he scales with me. But he's another party member. He gets damage out. And here's another new enemy for us. Ooh, I think that left one might also be a new enemy. So we might have actually just got all of our new ones. Meaning we really don't... This is the... Oh, no, we've already fought the Beastly Priest. Meaning we don't really need to fight any more of the enemies here in this dungeon. At this point, if we want to level up, our best option is to go grind King Metal Slimes anyways. So there's not really a reason for us just to fight this. Let's just make sure... Yeah, that is every enemy here. That is insane. Grab this for a Seed of Resilience. This is one of the reasons I don't like to use my seeds until literally the end of the game, like when you're going in to fight the final boss, because your final dungeon will almost always give you some more seeds. Gigas Gash is kind of nuts here. If I can get 2 Giga Gashes off, well, never mind. Kaboomal and Giga Gash does it, huh? I thought Sir Mervyn could get one off. There's level 55 for Maribel. And we'll just go through the poison here. That's everything on this floor. Let's head down once more. We've already fought that guy. I think I just got lucky whenever he spawned into the fight up top earlier. We'll check this one out first. In here is a Mimic for sure. No, a Headsman's Axe. This is not a cursed weapon. Where is it? It looks like the Battle Axe, but it's not the Battle Axe. Oh, I guess you can't equip it. Sir Mervyn? Is it just a rough exclusive weapon? This is the Headsman's Axe. No, Aisha can equip it too. Really high crit chance. So when you're grinding for King Metal Slimes, well, having Ruff on the team in general is just solid because of his insane agility. He's like the most likely to be able to attack the Metal Slime before they get a turn. But using that Headsman's Axe combined with the other item that will make it so that way he gets 10% more crit chance means he would have a natural 22% crit chance, which is kind of ridiculous. We got to get through these enemies to get to that right there. I think combining that with, you could easily do something like what he's currently on, so that way he can utilize his multi-fists and just get a bunch of hits, all with a chance to get a crit. Or you could utilize things like Knuckle Sandwich or the ability that they have currently where it's a higher crit chance. I forget what it's called, but we showed it off when we were fighting the Metal Slimes. It didn't work for us, unfortunately, but with a higher crit chance combined with a high crit chance attack, you might honestly be able to crit every time. Alternatively, you can just pull out the Martial Artist, get worked up, and then get the guaranteed crit like that. Through here, we're in the basement level 2. We're going to go even deeper into... Oh. Well, Aisha is now level 54. And here we are. This is all 4 of the elements. Is this the end? There, it can't be the end. Respond to their call. Let's do it. See, I would have liked it better if there were 4 characters, because each of them could have been chosen by one of the elements. And yes, I'm aware that is just the plot of, oh, we get some more floors here. That is just the plot of Bravely Default, but still. Let's see, did any new monsters appear? They did not. We do have this statue, and I'm guessing we probably have to go to 4 different corners in order to light all these pillars. That is 100% right. Okay, let's go ahead and just start with the bottom left, the Wind Spirit. And, okay, well, now I'll check. Are there new monsters nearby? Yes, there are. Okay, so there are new monsters in each of these. They count as their own little areas. Let's go ahead and start by heading to the left side here. I don't know exactly. I probably could have just looked. I know the Whirligigs, I think those are what those are called, are not new. We have definitely fought these guys before. Get a Kaboomal here. Ooh, I definitely want to look what the enemies are, because this could take a while. Those enemies are beefy. Might just go through MP. Let's see, who are we missing here? We got the Whirligirly, the Alarmer, Toger, Orc King, and Mandrake Monarch. So I think it's just the Genie enemy down there in the bottom right corner. Or, right here. The Djinn Genie. This is our final new enemy here in the Wind section. We're actually going to be getting a lot of the final enemies here in this dungeon, because as far as I know, the post-game dungeon, it has a good amount, but they're just, well, every enemy is a harder version of another enemy. You'll see what I mean when we get there, though. And there we go. The Djinn Genie is defeated. Level 55 for Ruff. And let's see, did that open a path to the chest? Yes, it did. Oh, gotta come from the other. Well, that sucks. And we'll go ahead and grab this chest for a Seed of Therapesis. And then, can I get the other chests? Yes, I can, but what happens if I go up here? Got it. This is how they connect to each other. I was wondering if it was going to be a situation where, like, it was an infinite hallway. Oh, that blew me with wind. I was so confused. I thought I had Joy-Con or stick drift on my brand new controller that's like less than 2 weeks old, and I was going to scream. There's a Phial of Magic Water. Okay, so if we can't stop the wind, Okay, maybe let me try this. Let's see if I just have to come from a sharper angle. If I run like this, yeah, okay, you just have to run against the wind. Got it. It'll be the same thing here. Run against the wind. Fight this genie to get to this chest. And with that, let's grab this chest for a seat of agility. Okay, run against the wind, run against the wind. There we go. And then we got to run against the wind south here. And we can go ahead and head down this staircase. I like how the alarm, they run from me now. I like how they just don't even aggro, they just stand there. And here we go. Here lies the very soul of wind, waiting to bestow upon the chosen ones the shield of the sublime, that which repels all magic breath. And sense the presence of the wind spirit from within the statue. Present the air amulet. Let's do it. Please don't take it away from me. The amulet starts to glow. Okay, we're fine. If it went into the shield or shattered, I'd be a little bit more concerned. We get the Eris shield, and it repels all breath weapons. Now, that's going to be really good for our caster. So let me see if... And there's one of the torches, the green torch. Let's see if I can give it to her, because if not... Oh, sword, armor, shield, helmet. This actually might be Tails exclusive weapons. Let's see. He can for sure equip it. No, everyone but Ruff. Perfect. Damage taken from breath weapons reduced by 30%. I'm using battle to shield the party with protective wind that bounces back enemy breath weapons. I think there is zero way I don't just give this over to Mirabelle. There we go. I did want to quickly check. What did this one do again? Oh, decrease my attack. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and head back through the portal. And I'm assuming this will take me back to the center. And I guess I could kind of just use the pictures there. But I'll just go clockwise. So we'll go... Oh, ooh, that was close. I meant to just hit the statue. We'll just go for what I assume is the helmet next, which is going to be up here in the top left. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I noticed the wind spirit the first time, but I didn't comment on it. The fire spirit I got shocked by seeing. Okay, we already have the live lava. We have the Vis Major, the Barbados, the Prism Peacock, and the Blue Dragon. So there should only be one new enemy here. Let's see if I can figure out which one it is. It's you. And we one-shot him. Because these enemies are a joke. The Robber Baron. Wow. I can't believe we one-shot enemies here. Like, there are some enemies that have been present in other locations, and that's why we one-shot them. That was a brand new enemy. Level 55 for Tails. And let's grab this chest for a mini medal. I think there's only one more, because if I was right, I know I pointed this out last episode. I don't think it's the last mini medals. I think it's the ones, yeah, right here. So there is only one more here in the Cathedral of Blight. All the rest are in post-game. Let's get a heal. We'll go around to the right just to grab the chests. Left would be the quickest way to get up there where those peacocks are, but we want to grab the chests first. We'll just fight this guy real quick. And we'll grab this chest or a phial of magic water. Then just run up here. I'm surprised safe passage is not in this game. With the amount of times here in the final dungeon we've had to run through poisonous fire and the electric tiles. We'll go ahead and just get rid of these guys. Yeah, kazing. It's fine. The good news is the Baron robbers there go down pretty quickly. And actually, they all should drop to the Giga Slash. Yep. It'd be exactly what happened last time. Honestly, if Kiefer just cleans up the enemies that we've left on low, it saves me a little bit of MP. And there's a Seat of Strength, and that's all three of the chests here. So, let's go ahead and head down here without getting into any of these fights. And down here, we'll be able to pick up the helmet. Here lies the very soul of fire, waiting to bestow upon the chosen ones the Helm of the Holy, the protector of divine reason. Sense the presence of the fire spirit from within the statue. Present the fire amulet. Let's do it. I like that helmet. The problem is, in a lot of, well, I can't even say a lot of Dragon Quest games, but most Dragon Quest games, you will have exclusive armor to the hero, and sometimes it'll change the appearance of the hero. Like, they might get a different sword, they might be able to show off the helmet. Well, sometimes the armor itself doesn't change, but unfortunately in this, well, I think your weapons do change because you see them in the field. But I wish you could, like, see it. There's a Whitewater Shrine. I wish you could see the actual gear you're going to equip on your character, especially if it's like the Pyros helm, but chance of being put to sleep is reduced by 80%, chance of being confused reduced by 80%, and chance of being prevented from casting spells reduced by 80%. Now, I want to give it to Tails, but I actually think it's just going to be way better here on Aisha, because that charm increase. So let's do that. Again, Tails will get the sword, maybe. Sir Mervyn might end up getting the sword. We'd probably give Tails the armor itself. And here we go. Go ahead and hit the statue. Let's go northeast this time. Give Tails the armor last. Here's the Spirit of Earth. We have 4 chests to get this time. And we have only 1 new enemy. Metal Slimes are here. Draculards, Bomb Boulders, Stout, and Armful. Okay. We'll go ahead and... gotta get a bearing how this works. So it seems like it... Ooh, there are... Okay. So I was trying to figure out how you'd get, like, up here to this chest. Because it's not marked on the map, but there are places that you can climb and pass over those little bridges there. So I thought that guy would run from me for sure. I'm not seeing any... Oh, it's that guy right up there. I was like, I'm not seeing any new enemies. There's a pretty Betsy for us, and I don't think there's anything else over here. So let's go ahead and head back south and start wrapping around this way. And we should get to that giant head right here. So we can go ahead and fight him real quick, just so we don't forget. Ooh, it looks like that chest over to our left. I don't think we have to come from the fire area, but I think the only way to get here... Well, we'll see. There might be an underpath that I'm not seeing right now. But it looks like we might get stuck if we go over there, because I think we can drop off to the left side. But that's all the enemies here, and that's level 54 for Sir Mervyn as well. And can I get that? Because I can drop off here. We can come up, grab this chest for a Philo Magic Water. And there's level 55 for Aisha. And we get a Pillager's Helmet. And I believe we can cross back over here. Yeah, it was underneath this bridge that I just didn't see earlier. Still 2 more chests, but they're all from crossing over the bridges. So let's go ahead and run over here. We'll grab that bottom right one first, because it looks like the top right one is where we need to go anyways to get down to the staircase. So we'll go this way first. Yes, I believe I'm correct there. And then we'll cross to the right. Down. And I think we have to get past this Draculard. Yeah, we do. And so we can grab this chest with another mini medal. That is our final mini medal in the main game, I believe. The other ones are in post-game. But unfortunately, if we do look at our medal list, we actually only have 94, so it just barely doesn't let you get that medal, the King Metal Shield or Liquid Metal Shield. So we'll go ahead and head up here. I think I do have to get past you. Don't think you're going to let me past. And we can grab this last chest for a Seed of Magic. Let's go ahead and run past this troll who's not looking at my direction. And then come down here to get... Oh, this was the armor. I was surprised. Here lies the very soul of Earth, waiting to bestow upon the chosen ones the Plate of the Pious, that which offers total protection. You can sense the presence of the Earth Spirit from within the statue. Present the Earth Amulet. Let's do it. I hope it's better than the King's Cloak or whatever I have on Tails. He's had it for a while. It's the Gaia Armor. Wow, Gaia Armor is usually a late game item, but not end game item. Statue starts to glow. We, of course, get our new torch there. Oh, I guess it's outside our top, inside our bottom. I guess that makes sense. The powerful wind blowing through Whirlwind Way has ceased thanks to the Earth Spirit's divine protection. Oh, I see. So, if you didn't want to take all the damage we've been taking, you could just... Gotcha. Oh, I guess... I wonder if those rocks are even here. But let's go ahead and check out the Gaia Armor. Elemental damage has been reduced by 25%. Yes, significantly better armor. It's either him or Sir Mervyn, but Sir Mervyn has the Sacred Armor on, which is pretty solid. There we go. We can go ahead and head on in. And now we have one more pillar to light up. I wonder what the thing here would be. Go ahead and get a heal. Let's go down to the water area. Is this just a better serpent sword? Probably not, because none of these have been exclusive to one character. This is the White Water Cave. Check our defeated monsters. There are no new ones, so we don't have to worry about any of them here. Yeah, I bet you were supposed to like sail on a boat or something here. Because it like goes down into the water area. That's level 56 for Maribel. And we'll go ahead and grab this chest for a Seed of Life. Head up here. Just going to sneak past you. Grab a Seed of Sorcery. And then can I sneak past you again? Just barely. There is... Ooh. So I did need to hop on that raft. That sucks. Let's see. Is there a raft over here? That says Vial of Magic Water. There is not. That is so unfortunate. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and run all the way back over to that raft just so I can grab this one chest. You know, I actually think that all of the enemies that I fought in this dungeon are the enemies I spent last episode going to try to find. I think the reason I hadn't found them is because they were too strong. But yeah, like all of these enemies, even these here, are the exact ones that I was like trying to search out in last episode. That's fine. I had no way of knowing and I wanted to get it done before we went to the final dungeon anyways. We're saving time here by doing so. And it made last episode not a 10-minute long episode of me killing the elite enemies then going to the arena. There's a Seed of Resilience. And that is all the chests here. Let's go ahead and wrap around and head up these stairs over here. Just another one of these groups of enemies. I wonder if this is the only thing that can spawn here. Is this this little formation here. There actually is another one of these Ceosaurs. I believe right where we're about to get dropped off at. I think if you do this first, there are rapids. That's level 56 for rough, I believe. I think that's what it says, that it stopped the currents. So I wonder if it's like, if you guys have played a lot of different Pokemon games, but like the water currents that would take you certain locations. I wonder if that's how it was like before. Here lies the very soul of water, waiting to bestow upon the chosen ones the blade of the blessed, that which cuts through the essence of evil. You can sense the presence of the water spirit from within the statue. Present the water amulet. Let's do it. Get our final legendary weapon. Honestly, looks pretty cool. Hopefully Sir Mervyn can equip it. The Oceanus Sword, or Oceanus Sword, but I think usually it'd be Oceanus with a C, so. And there we go. The final of the 4 torches has been lit. Meaning that door should now open. Oh, they all 4 shine. And the door does in fact open. And I'm guessing just past there is most likely the Demon King. Or Gedamur. Or Gedamaru. And let's do a quick check. The Water Spirit's Divine Protection has cooled the lava within the Hellfire Hollow. Let's see, shall we? We know Tails can equip it. Where is it? Oh, it's not better for him. But Sir Mervyn can in fact equip it. Deals additional lightning damage. That's not bad. But Sir Mervyn, you've been needing something new for a while. You can have the Oceanus Sword. There we go. Everyone has a better piece of gear on. All 4 of my main characters, at least. Ruff technically has his, like, Orichalcum fangs as well, so. And if I was a betting man, just up ahead would be the final boss. Let's go ahead. Make sure we have a backup save just in case. Do I think level 55-ish is enough to beat him? Yeah, I do. But just in case we need to go grind, we'll go ahead and drop this save. Let's go ahead and continue. And let's do it. Cathedral of Blight, question mark, question mark, question mark. This was like the Demon King's domain last time, right? This is where we saw him fight. I think this is where we fought him, but this is where we saw him fight the Almighty. Let's see what's up ahead. There's an overwhelming evil lurking on the other side. Are you sure you want to enter? Let's do it.
I am the Demon King, ultimate incarnation of evil, and lord of all monsters. My authority is absolute. All must bow before me. Though you are but puppets of a blinking god. Too foolish to understand. Listen well. Your so-called Almighty was long since cast into oblivion at my hand. If you wish to live and drag out your pitiful existence, you have no choice but to worship me in his stead. I am Orgodamir, supreme ruler of heaven and earth. Now come. Let me carve my name into your soul!
Here we go. The fight with Orgodamir. Let's do it. Change our tactics back to follow orders for the kind of final time. See, is he weak to anything? Not Giga Gash, which is kind of unfortunate. He's really not weak to anything. Let's go ahead and just do swords dances then. Oh, only 161. I mean, that's good. Not that good. There's a Sage's Breath. We can go ahead and get an oomph going on Tails.
Never fear.
That's fine. Let's go ahead and do a... probably just a multi-fist. Ooh, no, he is weak to Pearly Gates. Let's just do Wind Sickles. Only 292. I'll try Pearly Gates after this. Tails, we can keep doing swords dances. I forgot Kiefer is with us for this. I don't think he was in that cutscene at all. Ugh, he is about to use a stronger attack. Let's start getting our caster sugars up for Maribel. We can go ahead and oomph up Sir Mervyn. That's fine. He's going to have a disruptive wave. Holy, that hurt. Tails. Swords dance. And then Omni heal. Perfect. And then another caster sugar. Another swords dance from Kiefer. Chilly Breath is brutal. Sir Mervyn. Let's go ahead and Thin Air. Does this one that hits? No, that doesn't hit multiple times. Swords dance. I probably should just have Sir Mervyn go for a heal there. But let's go ahead and mid heal up Aisha because I think that's actually enough. Aisha is worked up, but I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off because we are, as you can see, he's almost defeated. I'm sure you can guess. There's multiple forms here. Goes for Kiefer, which is great. Roars, that is fine. Flame Splitter, I don't like that. I don't want it to die right now. I need to do a multi-heal first.
Thank you.
Maribel's frozen. Pass the torch won't do anything, so let's go with a hustle dance. That's fine. We take this. Sir Mervyn's worked up as well. Let's do a Pearly Gates. There we go. That is phase 1 defeated. He becomes his small form again, which is different than the last time we fought him. Did you think me vanquished? The foolishness of your kind never ceases to amaze. I'm immortal, undying, and yet unblemished. You will learn much today. You will know the terror of my beauty. All right, here we go. Phase 2. I would let loose if I had an oomph on me, but we'll go ahead and do a multi-heal. And then we have Caster Sugar up. The Crackle is the strongest thing against him. All right, well, that means we go for a Crackle. 1254 damage. Get our oomph back on Tails.
Here you are.
That's fine. I think Maribel's gonna maybe have to be on healing duty. Let's multi-heal with Mervyn. Swords dance. And then let's let loose. Let's do a divide. And anything super effective against him right now? No. So, swords dance it is. Insane damage. He is at half. Let's go ahead and... I don't want to waste it, but we're going to do it. Special summon.
I bid you come.
And then we get the healing feeling. That's fine. We will go ahead and pass the torch over to Sir Mervyn this time.
To you.
Let's go ahead and divide. So Mervin gets to do a multi-fist. Because that's his best one here. Insane damage as well. Maribel's worked up. That's fine. I don't want to go for the dupla spell thing right now. Let's just get a crackle going. Okay, unleashes Ruinous Power. That's fine. Kafriz. Ooh, that's a crit. Okay, we're fine. We eat that. So Mervin. Nope. There he goes. How did Sir... Wait, what just happened? Well, that's cool, but Sir Mervin's still downed. Oh, did the Kerplunk crack and heal up my teammates? I think that's what it was. Here we go. Phase 3. You are stubborn, to say the least. It's high time I brought down the curtain. Pathetic puppets of a paltry god. You're unworthy of even my contempt. All right, well, this is a bit of a problem. Let's go ahead and... I mean, Swords Dance is the way to go here. Now we'll have Tails Kazing. And then... we want to get that Kafrizzle. We want to double Kafrizzle here. So let's let loose Chukas Pocus. Double Kafrizzle is going to be insane. 13, 17, so this is about 26,000 damage. Yeah, a little more, probably more like 27,000. That is fine. Sir Mervin's not looking great, but I think we're still okay. Let's go ahead and oomph him back up.
Never fear.
He's okay, he's okay. That's not great. That's okay. He's still gonna attack. All right. I need Sir Mervin to get a turn heal, but we'll just go ahead and Omni heal with Maribel. Yeah, that wastes a lot. Disruption Wave goes away. Perfect timing, too. Okay. Sir Mervin's frozen. We get a Sword Dance with Kiefer. Tails attacks himself. I'm so concerned here. I need to get a Kabuff up, man, but half my team is stunned right now. Okay. Let's do... I mean, none of it's great. I want to oomph somebody, but if I oomph Tails right now, that's so bad. Let's just oomph Sir Mervin. There's the Ruinous Power. Reduces maximum HP. Good dodge. We get a Flame Splitter. Okay, Sir Mervin actually needs to change his equipment, because I believe, yeah, we lost the other one there. We lost the Kerplunk. I just don't know what to run here. Let me see. I can run the Fright Knight. I think just what I need to do here is just throw a Strength Ring on and hope for the best. I know it's not like insane, but without being able to like do a lot of looking at what I have going, that might be the best. I mean, I could for sure get like the crit ring on as well, but I think that's probably the best option. Let's go for an Oomph on Tails now, because the confusion is almost gone. And then we need to get a Sage's Breath going for Maribel again. That's fine. Reduces his HP as well. It's not like too terrible. I want to get a Kabuff up, but like he's not really hitting me with his physical attacks. Not the ones killing me. Tails comes to his senses. Fantastic. With that, I kind of want a greater leveler, but I'm not going to. Let's just Swords Dance. Maribel's envenomated. We're going to take the time to cast her Sugar again. Aisha, let's go ahead and pass the torch over to Tails again. And then Swords Dance. There we go. We're not done yet. Buddy, can this be? What have you done? Curse you. Curse you. This is the final stage. Here we go. We just got to get through it. Let's go with another. Bright Splitter is strong here. But I still think Swords Dances are just better. We're doing a lot of damage. This is essentially, this part of the fight is basically just us trying to survive because it's not that difficult anymore. We're at the easy part. Let's do another Caster Sugar. We're going to do a lot of damage to him going forward. Let's try Bright Splitter. I'm just curious how much Sir Mervyn does here with 417. That's probably his best. Okay, a hand does spawn. I think that does count as a new enemy. Tails is worked up, which is insane. Let's go ahead and let loose. Divide. Now, Swords Dance obviously is the best move here, but because I want to get rid of it, let's do a Giga Gash. 3 Giga Gashes here is pretty powerful. Gets rid of both the hands. I'm not sure what the hands do, and I didn't want to deal with it. Let's go ahead and now Kaboom is strong. Kafriz is strong. Let's do a Kafriz. We don't have many of these we can use, but it'll be 15, 13. Aisha is envenomated. Let's go ahead and pass the torch back over to Tails again. Go for a Swords Dance this time. We're running really low on MP, but that's fine. Kiefer, I need you to do a little bit more. Can I buff Kiefer? Can I give him an oomph? Oh, there goes the Disruptive Wave. That's unfortunate. There's a Magic Barrier, which is also unfortunate. Because he has that up, let's just do a normal attack there. Let's get an oomph back on Tails again. Mirabelle's not in a great spot here because that barrier. Let's do a Kafrizzle anyways. I'll have Sir Mervyn do a multi-heal. 783 still not bad. We'll have him use the multi-heal here. Should get everybody back up to full. Drains MP, which is brutal for Maribel. Swords Dance. Mirabelle lost her buff there. I am extremely concerned about what's about to happen, actually. We need to Sage Breath again so we get MP back. He's close, though. He's very, very close. Can I oomph Kiefer? No. Pass the torch over to Tails. I just think he's my best shot right now. Like, Sir Mervyn, if he gets buffed, would be insane here, but I just don't know if he will. Do I go for a Big Banga? I go for a Bright Splitter. You get a slash. I was so hoping Kiefer killed there. Oh, let's see what happens. Oh, he's... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's so bad. Rough. Now's your time, buddy. That is insane. I can't believe we beat him with just Ruff and Kiefer. It makes sense, man. Poetry.
I am Lord of all I survey, Supreme Ruler of heaven and earth. How could mere puppets, wretched worm? My body, I'm disintegrating. How would the Almighty have given you blood?
Ah, it is you! And you have Sir Mervyn among your honored companions. Our joy and gratitude for that which you have done for us is truly beyond measure. From our vantage point here in the clouds, we have been gazing on in wonder as life and light return to each and every corner of the world. You must enter the shrine before journeying onward. All the members of the Order are impatient to shower you with thanks.
Let's go receive praise, shall we?
Truly, I am at a loss for words. How can I possibly express to you the profound peace and joy I feel? When first you became guardians of the flame of hope, 'twas naught but a guttering candle. But now it has grown into an incandescent blaze that illumines the world entire. And how have you achieved this? Why, through the sweat of your brow and your indomitable spirit. 'Twas not the Almighty, nor any miracle that returned peace to our world. 'Twas you. Hmm? Well, well. 'Twould seem the Skystone is honoring us with its presence. How fortunate. There are many in our world beside myself who wish to congratulate and thank you, I am sure. You must go to them. And when you have done so, please return at last to those who love you and enjoy the rest you so richly deserve.
So, we can go ahead and just head on out. I don't like that Rufus here. Let me just swap those two around.
Huh.
Tails, the Skystone is ready to carry you and your companions on your way. Are you ready to depart? Let's leave. But I must take up no more of your time. There are doubtless a great many people in the world who'd like to offer their thanks. I wish you luck in all that you do. We will never forget you and all that you have done for us. Our thanks and prayers go with you. Climb on board the Skystone and embark on a tour of the world? You can, if you want, go talk to all the leaders of everywhere. As you guys know with Dragon Quest games, I don't typically like to do this. I like to leave a little bit for you guys to do. If you want to, once again, these are all just the leaders. They don't really have anything crazy to say. So, I'm just going to go ahead and call it a day. Let's end my journey.
Dearest friends, it paineth me to say it, but the time for our parting hath arrived.
Huh? What do you mean?
Words can scarce express my gratitude for the great adventure we have shared. But I am not of this time. My path lieth elsewhere. Farewell, honored companions, and thank you.
I must speak with you, Sir Mervyn. Something strange is occurring. The sacred stones in the depths of the shrine, they are calling for you.
Very well. I shall be with thee presently. Friends, I am honored to have been able to join you on this greatest of all adventures. You understand why I must leave you, do you not? This meaneth a great deal to me. Now go forth, friends, and know that I am always with you.
Roamers are singing a song of gratitude accompanied by the strains of the Torben.
It is a joy to see my people so happy, free of both the Demon King and the burden of our destiny at long last.
So this is the future, huh? And we made it possible. On which note, I'd better be getting back to my own time. It's been fun, but there are people who need me. Thanks for coming to see me off. I'll be all right from here. Keep enjoying life rough, and make sure you eat enough to grow big and strong. Strong like your mother. The roamer's destiny has been fulfilled. It's time to live your own life, Aisha. Look, I was never any good at this stuff. Just good luck, okay? Try not to be too hard on the others, Maribel. They might decide they're better off without you.
Ha! Don't be ridiculous. If it wasn't for me...
I'm only joking. There's never a dull moment with you around, Maribel. Thank you. Well, it really is goodbye this time. But look, nothing's going to change. Whatever happens, wherever we go, we... I can't do it! Big speeches really aren't my thing. Just look after yourself, all right? So long, everyone!
Gosh, how long was I asleep for? I thought I'd never wake up. Still, it seems my work here is done at last. Farewell, my friends.
Ahoy there, shipmate. 'Tis a fine thing indeed to see ye looking so well. I've been waiting here for ye ever since we heard the news. 'Tis my duty and my honor to lead ye to Captain Sharkeye. This way, if you please.
Here's to ye! And here's to Captain Sharkeye!
Welcome back aboard. You and your friends finally rid us of that dastardly Demon King, eh? I can only imagine how pleased the old King Buckingham would have been to see this day come at last.
Ahoy there! Rumour has it you're to be our next captain. I've some mighty fine fireworks set aside to celebrate the big announcement. Ha ha!
So, ye made it back from that accursed Cathedral of Blight in one piece, did ye? And ye saved the world from the clutches of the Demon King while ye were at it! That was no small feat, lad. We here aboard the Sea Dragon have been mighty impressed with your antics. Mighty impressed. So much so that we're of a mind to make ye our next captain. Ha 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 ha! What say ye to that, eh? Does it tickle your fancy? Would ye be willing to follow in me wake and lead these scurvy sea dogs to glory and beyond? I didn't doubt ye'd answer any other way. But alas, I ask merely for the fun of it. I cannot, in good conscience, allow ye to take my place. After all, ye've a father with a ship of his own. Aye, a fine man named Pollock. I'll not deprive him of a worthy successor. Ah, but it pleases me greatly to know that the thought of becoming a pirate didn't fill ye with horror, lad. I'm too young and handsome to be seeking a replacement just yet, anyhow! Ha 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 ha! Anyway, less of the gas bagging. We've a voyage to be setting off on. Seems King Scuba has business with us. I know not what, but for the King of the Deep to have summoned us, 'twill be no small matter, I'm sure. Anyway, our homeward route will take us right by your home port at Pilchard Bay. And just as you're setting out for the Pilchard harvest, no less. I imagine the festivities will be a fine sight to see from the deck of the Sea Dragon. So let's not say our farewells just yet. Our paths will cross again upon the ocean waves soon enough. Listen up, ye worthless bilge rats! Get yourselves a hearty eyeful of our friends here. This is what real courage looks like. We can all learn a thing or two from these fine young warriors. So let's take a leaf from their logbooks as we set sail for shores unknown and adventures new!
Ah, come on, ye dogs, ye! Show your appreciation for Captain Sharkeye and for our honorary shipmates. All right, that's enough appreciation. Away with the lot of ye, and say ye prayers to the water spirit afore we weigh anchor.
Back in Esterd, let's go ahead and pay a visit to the king real quick, shall we? Yep, tell King Donald that the world has been saved. I hope Sir Mervyn joins us in the postgame.
You were never going to give up, were you? We owe you the most profound debt of gratitude, we really do.
Ah, there you are. It's a real honor to be in the presence of heroes like you. Thank you for everything you've done for us.
You did it. You really did it. Oh, thank you so much. I know my brother's happy too, wherever he is.
You have returned. I must congratulate you on your victory. The scale of your achievement is almost beyond imagining. Without your extraordinary efforts, our world would have remained mired in darkness and despair. Or perhaps we would still have been worshipping a false god in the form of that wretch, the Demon King. Regardless, if it were not for you, the future of mankind would be bleak indeed. You are the saviors not only of this kingdom, but of this entire world. And to think, it all began with such a trifling matter. With my foolish son's purloining of his mother's precious ring. I was incandescent with rage. I doubt I've ever shouted so much in my life. I had convinced myself that my poor attempts at parenting had produced a reckless rogue, unfit for the throne. But little did I know where it would all lead. That the events of that day would set in motion the wheels of our salvation. I did not raise a reckless rogue, after all. I raised a hero. I am proud of him. And of all of you. Now we must prepare a banquet the likes of which this kingdom has never seen. Let the celebrations commence!
That night, Esther, every time, man. I think it's the same thing it was last time. We had a banquet. The people of Pilchard Bay soon join in, and the feasting continues all throughout the night. Then, morning comes.
Wakey, wakey, young man. Come on, you can't stay in bed all day. It's the most important day of the year in Pilchard Bay. The day of the Pilchard harvest. Your father has already headed over to the jetty.
Let's say we end things off the same way it all began. Let's head down to the fishing boat.
All set? It wouldn't do for a fisherman to sleep in, you know. Not on your big day.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, before you go, to think I almost forgot.
Does he want his sandwich? A pilchard sandwich or whatever?
Take this sandwich to your father, will you? You know how he likes his pilchards. And here's one for you, too. Off you go now. Take care, dear.
The third time we have been given a pilchard sandwich, and I have never once touched it. There's Ruff. You're welcome to talk to anybody around town if you want to. Let's go ahead and just talk to our dad. You took your time, my lad. And now, are you ready to become a fisherman? You'd better be, because we're going to be throwing you out in the deep end. But before we set sail, why don't you go below and greet your new shipmates? You'll want to be on good terms with them. You're going to be spending a lot of time together. Mirabelle, why are you crouched behind barrels again? Haven't we been over this?
Shh. Get lost, will you? You're going to blow my cover.
Eh? Who's that over there? Well, well. If it isn't young Maribel. Looks like I caught me a stowaway.
Why is it such a big deal anyway? Why can't you just let me come fishing with you? Go on. I'll just forget you saw me. Please. Did I ever mention how tasty your stew is? Really, you'll have to tell me the recipe
Flattery will get you nowhere, young lady. And it certainly won't get you on board this ship. Now get out of here before I tell your father what you've been up to.
What's all this commotion? What's going on?
Ah, Captain Pollock. Well, the thing is, we've got a stowaway. It's, well, it's young Maribel.
All right, girl. But just this once, you hear?
Yes!
Right. Now that's settled, it's time to set sail. Come on, lad. Less if you're slacking.
You heard your father. No slacking.
All right, lads. Anchors away.
This has been Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. Now, if I know anything about this game and about Dragon Quest, and when you have credits like this, what we're seeing right now. After it gets through a few of them, it'll probably show us a little scene before we get to the full credits. So if that happens, I'll just stop talking and we can pick it up. But you guys know what I do after this. Let's talk about what I liked and what I didn't like. Right off the bat, I do want to say that this is definitely like top tier Dragon Quest games. I know a lot of people actually had a problem with original Dragon Quest VII, and a lot of people dropped it, even the 3DS remake, just because of how long it was. Wow, it actually didn't keep going. But yeah, I know it was a very long game originally. I know that even to get to your first combat took like 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours to get to your first combat. Places like getting from Pilchard Bay to Esther were like a 2 to 3 minute thing, which is kind of brutal. But this game, I think, from what I've seen, has fixed a lot of the issues that people had with the original. I know there was a lot of cut content from this game. Of course, since I didn't play the original, I didn't notice that anything. But from what I've seen, the cut content shortened the game, and it cut the stuff that was not really important to the main story. We still had those 4 optional areas. I'll go over those more a little bit later. But yeah, I think the game overall was pretty good. Not as good as 11, but I would say probably my second or third favorite Dragon Quest game overall. It's really solid. I really liked the class system in this. I think it is the best Dragon Quest class system we've had. I do like the level up mechanics of Dragon Quest XI a little bit more, picking out the nodes and leveling up that. But I do think as a class system, I think it did really well here. Of course, it is always a change in pace, especially if you come from games like Final Fantasy and other RPG games, where you might keep some of the abilities of the other jobs, but I think more of it as like a Bravely Default kind of thing. And since we played that somewhat recently, it wasn't that jarring of you give up some of your abilities and spells to learn more powerful things and get better stats and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I really like the class system. I do know for a fact the Moonlighting, this is the very first game where you've actually been able to take 2 classes. And I think that was perfect. I think it was absolutely insane. Being able to mix and match and create different like combinations of classes, I think was really, really cool. On top of that, I'll talk about characters in both things I liked and didn't like. I liked the characters. I liked their design. I liked we'll talk about aesthetic here in a second as well. But overall, the stuff we did see from our party members was really nice stuff. We do know their stories. We basically saw it from start to finish, which I think is really nice. The art style of this game is absolutely beautiful. I mean, truly, I might even like the way this game looks more than I like Dragon Quest XI. I like Dragon Quest XI because it's more of a 3D over-the-shoulder game, whereas this one did feel a lot more like a 3D version of a top-down game. I think both have pros and cons, but I do like both of them. I think overall the art style here is just insane. Having those wooden models be turned into like digital assets, being able to move them around, I thought was really cool. I liked the elite enemies. I actually really like, and I know this was in the original as well, but I didn't know. I like the separation of where monsters spawned. The fact that there was no monsters in the present until essentially the end of the game. I thought that was really cool. Let you do a lot of exploring in the present day without having to worry about being bombarded like by monsters, like what you have to deal with in the past. And even when you go back to those dungeons in the present, it's the same monsters as were in the past, which again is very, very nice. I think the combats were very smooth, very quick. I mean, you look at older Dragon Quest games, and again, I played some of the ones on the DS here in the last year. Those, even the basic combats with enemies, could sometimes take just as long as boss fights, just because of how many button presses. Even using your AI and everything, there was no speed up. You had to wait for all the enemies to attack. It could be very, very long. I really liked the pacing of the combat in this game, even though I cut out a lot of it just because I do think the combat in Dragon Quest is very, very samey, and I think it could waste a lot of time. I think it was insane. Now, things I didn't like. There actually isn't much here. I don't like the fact that there wasn't a lot of dialogue between your characters, and what I mean by that is because each island essentially had its own story, the story was really just being told by the characters that you lose immediately. So you'd go to a past version of an island, you would talk to the king, queen, ruler, whatever there. You get their story, but then the second you go back to the present, that's gone. And even in the present, there almost was no voice acting. So because of that, you actually lose a lot of dialogue with your characters, and I hated that. On top of that, I hate how there was 5 characters. The reason I didn't like that is because I wanted to use all 4 characters like you could in the original, but I could only use 4 of the 5. So unfortunately, Ruff just ended up taking a back seat because I had the option to use all 5 characters. I think they're good characters from what we did see. I just don't like that I had to choose, and basically Ruff got sidelined, even though I really like Ruff, just because he was a little bit worse of a character. I do just want to see if there's a quick post-credit scene. Maybe not. My final thing is that I didn't really like is the final boss. We'll talk about that after this scene, though.
Ready?
Aye, aye.
Haul in those nets, lads! Heave!
Hello, old friend. Since we said goodbye, I've been traveling the world with the roamers, trying to build the future I'd seen. To be honest, though, I've lost track of time a bit since we parted ways. So if you're reading this, there's a favor I want to ask you. Something I want you to tell my old man. Tell him his boy did his duty, saw it through to the end. And remember, we'll always be pals, no matter what. Your friend, Kiefer.
The end. Yeah, I didn't like the Demon King. Just straight up, I didn't like him. It was really unfortunate because I liked the world, I liked the characters, I liked going back to the past, I liked the game loop of getting the tablets. We will, of course, save our adventure log here. I like to make a third slot just in case. But the Demon King was just like a nothing villain to me. Dragon Quest games, honestly, just Square Enix villains, most of the time are really solid. You look at Dragon Quest villains, Dragon Quest VIII had a solid villain, and then an okay final villain, but a really good villain for most of the game. Dragon Quest XI, all the villains were just outstanding. Dragon Quest IV had an insane villain. I think Dragon Quest I, 2, and 3 all had pretty solid villains. And then, I don't remember Dragon Quest V, unfortunately. I remember him being okay, but I don't remember it very much. The Dragon Quest IX had a good villain. Dragon Quest VI was fine. I think this is probably on par with Dragon Quest VI. Your villain wasn't present for the majority of the game. I think I can count the amount of times we saw him. We saw him in person. We saw him once when he was fighting the Almighty. The second time we saw him was when we defeated him right after that. The third time we saw him was when he got revealed as the Almighty. And the fourth time we saw him was in that final fight where we defeated him for good. Come on. And even if you count the 2 times we saw him as the Almighty, it doesn't matter, right? That's just, he was such a boring villain that I didn't care about, and he didn't have the same weight that I felt like other villains in Dragon Quest had, which honestly was my biggest complaint. Sure, the stories can be disconnected. I think some of the stories were better than others. There's that one garden one where everyone talked in a country accent. I just didn't like it at all. But for the most part, I enjoyed going and finding different islands than in the past, saving them, coming back to the present, going to loot them again. I thought it was pretty fun. But with that, guys, this has been Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. We do, of course, still have a post-game, which we'll be covering in the next episode. So, I will see you guys then.